Keep silence in this.
So the topic is the nature of reference in text and discourse. So let's just discuss what is discourse. Actually, discourse refers to the use of the language beyond the sentence. Discourse is either spoken or written form, and it allows individuals to express their ideas and thoughts, or it helps to understand or interpret their opinions, and it builds a relationship through effective communication. Actually, discourse is a communication, either it's spoken or it's written form. And it's also critical for language teachers or researchers to better understand and use language and use and development. The next is text. So first is discourse, another one is text. So what is text? The word text is mean that any passage, either spoken or written form, it should be that whatever the length is, it gives a semantic whole. It must give a meaning. A text is not defined by its size. We can't say that a text should have three, four, or more than four sentences in it. But the purpose of text is that it should give semantic meaning. For example, a text should be a single word, it should be a phrase, or it should be a title of some poems or novels. For example, in the word danger, danger is a sign, it's a text, it gives a whole meaning. Okay. For example, in the next phrase, no smoking, that painted on a wall, no smoking is allowed. So it also gives a meaning. Okay. A single sentence, a word or a phrase also be a text. And the title of plays, novels, and dramas, that is Hamlet and Great Expectation, it also be considered as a text. So the next is texture. Texture is something that exemplify or express the property of a text. Okay. So for example, if a passage of English containing more than one sentence is perceived as a text, it's considered as a text. If I give you an example of this texture, for example, if I say wash and core 6 cooking apples and put them into the fireproof dish. So in order to avoid repetition in my sentence, if I say wash and pour 6 cooking apples, put 6 cooking apples into the fireproof, in order to avoid that thing, I put them. So them is an anaphoric function that refers to the first sentence, which is 6 cooking apples. This is anaphoric function of them gives cohesion to two sentences. Anaphoric is something that refers back to the text. There are two types of references, exophoric or exophora and endophoric and endophora reference. So let's discuss these two. Exophoric. Exophoric is something that refers outside of the text or outside of the speech or communication, and it is typically used in speech and dialogue. For example, as we say, exophoric references, these are the certain words that uses sentence that is this, that, there, here, or often these are exophoric. For example, if I say, that chair over there is John's, the word there is referred to something outside of the text. That there refers to chair. So the speaker or a listener can understand by this sentence that what is the speaker trying to say, or what he is trying to explain in that sentence. That chair over there is John. So there is exophoric reference. Endophoric is something opposite to exophoric. Exophoric is the referring of something outside the text, while endophoric is referring inside or within the text. Endo mean within and for mean to bear. For example, next slide. For example, if I say in the sentence, I saw Sally yesterday, she was laying on the beach. So the pronoun she represents to Sally, that represents back to the Sally in the first sentence. And the next example is, even though I called him yesterday, Paul didn't answer my question. So him in the first tense refers to Paul in the second sentence. So even though I called him is referring to something Paul, to Paul. There are two types of further types of endophoric reference, which is anaphoric. Another one is cataphoric. So anaphoric is the referring back something referred back to the text. For example, if I say, I went out with Joe on Sunday, she looked awful. So she in the second she looked awful, she represents Joe in the first sentence. So she represents back to something to Joe. And if I say Sally arrived but nobody saw her, the her here her represents Sally. Like back to the first sentence. The other one is cataphoric. Cataphoric is something referring to forward text or a following text. For example, if I say it has four legs, the crow is a domestic animal. It refers to crow, like cow. It has four legs. The cow is domestic animal. So it refers to the next following sentence, the cow. Substitution is something. There are substitution and ellipsis. These two are same kind of things. That substitution is that avoiding the repetition in the sentence, and by avoiding the repetition, the speaker use grammatical resources like fillers. The speaker use fillers in his or her sentences. Like the fillers are on, so, there, here, I, do. These are substitution. Like a speaker or writer wishes to avoid repetition in lexical items and using grammatical resources or fillers. And these are the one, so, or these are the fillers. If I say this car is mine, but that one is yours, so the here one is substitution. I bet you get married before I do. So the do is substitution. Do you need a lift? If so, so is substitution. Wait for me. If not, I'll see you there. So in the first sentence, one is substitution. The second is do, and in the third sentence, so is substitution. Ellipsis is the opposite of substitution. Substitution is the replacing of few items, and while ellipsis is the omission of words or a group of words. For example, if I say, I want to go but I can't, this is my complete sentence in ellipsis. Instead of say, I want to go but I can't go. So ellipsis is the omission of or removal of words, while substitution is the replacing of the words. So that's it.
Okay, if you have any question related to that presentation, ask me come. If you have any query to take certain concepts, you may ask.
Pronouns fall in this category?
Pronouns?
Yes.
No.
Why?
Which
Like
pronoun?
Any pronoun, like for example, instead of Mr. Pukane, I'm using he. Is it fall in this category?
no,
No.
Why?
I don't.
That's a
This is
reference.
also substitution.
In terms of linguistics, we are talking about in terms of linguistics, not grammar. Pronoun is a grammatical item.
First, but as far as this point of view is concerned, you may interpret in that scenario, but obviously in grammar it is also pronoun is supposed to replace the noun.
Yes.
So you need to, in order to avoid the redundancy in that and repetition, and
Is
it
that
will also awkward time and again you use the same noun. So obviously it is, but you may say it is a pronoun is a substitution of noun that makes the passage appropriate. You can say, but obviously in this particular you can say that concept of substitution, obviously the one here you say represents the car and then do
And get
idea
married.
means
Same.
I bet you get married. It
Get
means
married
I
and
do
do.
mean
Yeah.
I get married. So in that sense it is substituted. And the third one, do you need
Have
a lift? If so, so mean
That if you
if
need
you really need them to go somewhere,
then wait for
and then obviously the next one is wait for me.
If
If
not,
not, I'll see you.
later.
So this is how certain ideas are there. They're supposed to substitute. Fillers, and then move on to the next one.
And
Ellipsis,
ellipsis
yes.
is the omission of words or a group of words. Like if I say I want to go but I can't, and instead I say I want to go but I can't go. So I can't go. Just I remove the
Certain
word
omissions
go.
are there. You need to actually understand from the context. Yeah. Sometimes you are leaving the rest of the part of sentence
Like
or
in the
just to
example,
figure out
we
the
say,
meanings.
do you want to go to the movie tonight? And somebody said, no, I don't want to go to the movie tonight. So
Yes, leaving out words rather than repeating them unnecessarily. I want to go out, but I can't instead of
I can't go.
I want to go, but I can't go. Okay, explain. Still, I think these sentences are
Like,
not up to.
I want to go but I can't. It gives the complete sense that I want to go but I can't go. So instead of using I want to go but I can't go, the speaker removes the word go. Or
Not,
if somebody
not,
says,
not only the go, sometimes you mean the situation you are leaving that
yeah,
part of the sentence and it is understood by the audience
yes.
from the context.
Like for example, if somebody say, "Do you want to go to the movie tonight?" and the other person say, "No, I don't want to go to the movie
I don't
tonight."
want something mean to go. You need to say that part is understood by the.
You can also say like I don't want.
Yeah, I don't want.
What if we say, I'm working on my assignment?
Yeah.
So
Then it is called implication.